What is up, guys? We're back with another episode of the Project 379. We're in the shop today, got all hands on deck, trying to get a bunch of stuff done. Todd and I have been working on getting this step mounted. He's got the brackets bolted on the step and got some tape in between so we don't get more corrosion like we did before between the aluminum and the steel. We're gonna get that bolted on. While he was kind of working on getting the brackets on there, Ken was over here working on the headlights. We're taking them all apart so we can get them prepped and ready for paint. And while he was doing that, I was over here putting the interior in this corner and running all my lines back through the bottom and making sure it's nice. So, working away, all hands on deck, trying to get some stuff done here. So, we're back. It's after dinner now. Putting in the long hours to get this done on time, but I went ahead and made up a little wiring harness. I got a ground, plugging into the factory harness, and then we're gonna tee off and go from there to there and there to there. Made one from the other side. Pop riveted the ground to the chassis, so that should be good. Then I poked the holes back through the outside of the bunk. Poke the wire back through for the lights that mount to that bracket on the side. And then Todd and I worked earlier. He's just finishing putting the last few screws in, but we got this buttoned up, got the panel back on. The pocket's really tough for this door, so I don't know what we're gonna do with it yet. Might try to look for a replacement. So if you know anybody that's got a burgundy pocket for a driver's side door, we're looking for one. And then the nice chrome screws that go back and finish that off nice. So this door is done. So the door panel's looking good. We got this step kind of half bolted up. Todd, I showed you earlier, you put the brackets on, so we put her up in place. We thought it was 1/2-inch bolts, but it's 5/8, so we got to get some of those in the morning. We just got it kind of mocked on there. And then in the meantime, I ran some wires in through the dash, through the door jamb and out the hole there. This long black one, that's gonna be for marker lights at the end of the mirror. So I ran one of those on each side. And then come back to this side. Just waiting on, when the body guys put the window back in after they were done painting, they forgot to put this trim ring that goes here, and it actually kind of slips behind this seal. So I am gonna have a glass guy, he's supposed to come this week, slip that in. Then we can get this door buttoned back up, put back together. So that's what it looks like. But yeah, so the other day I ran this CB cable you saw. It goes in through the side, through this rubber boot, out through here. And then it goes back and loops around and goes right back up and in there. And then that wire I'm running for the lights on the mirror, it just comes through here, comes through the boot, and then goes out this bottom hole here with the cord for the heated mirror. So that'll be cool. And hopefully the parts will be back from powder coat. I got a set of mirror brackets, set of air tanks, a few other things, and then we can start buttoning some of that stuff up too. So there's the beautiful headliner we did last week. And there it is with the speaker and the corner pieces and the door panel all in one. So starting to paint a picture of what the interior is going to look like. I think it's going to turn out pretty awesome. And then down to the red carpet. Todd got the sill plates in. Don't step on the sills. You ever see that guy on TikTok? Pretty funny. Yeah, coming along. Well, we're running out of workspace, so we're gonna throw that headliner for the bunk up on our new workbench here, and we're gonna have at it. We're gonna do the same process, shave off the fuzzies and hit it with that cleaner. And I played with this a while back and there was a huge yellow stain here. I got most of it out already, and I really didn't work at it very hard. So that's the next project. We're getting ready to get the interior put back in the sleeper. We're just waiting, like I showed you that wiring harness. I just need the foam gaskets that go around the lights. We'll pop the lights in, wire those up, and then we can put the interior back in the bunk, and then it'll be basically ready to drop back on the frame. So we're getting there. So a little update, Todd and I worked late into the night. It's the next morning now, and here is the end result. I think this turned out pretty good. This was the worst panel on the whole interior, cab and sleeper. This is the headliner for the sleeper. It was the worst, so pretty dang good for this truck having a slight water leak in the roof of the sleeper for the last 15 years. So this is the only spot we couldn't get out. I'm going to keep working on it. I think eventually over time it will go away because it was really bad. But you just see there's a little bit of discoloration here and a little bit there. And then it's way up top in the sleeper. You'll never see it. But yeah, I think it turned out great. Might just go into business. Okay, so now we're working on putting the lights in the back of the sleeper. I think they look pretty sharp. These two on the ends were already mounted before. There was already holes there, so the 3 screw holes were there. We cut these in ourselves, so we're just adding the screw holes. Then we'll pop these 2 lights out. And I got some gasket maker. I couldn't find the foam or rubber gaskets that go around that flange, so next best thing, we'll put some of this nice gasket maker on there and get a nice tight seal. And there's the finished product. So flange mount lights, stainless screws. Looks pretty good. And we're inside the bunk here. I got my harnesses hooked up to the factory harness, and then it grounds off the frame. Then it splits and you can connect both lights in. You should be able to pop them out with the interior back in and replace them if you have to. So another job done. And then we finally got the blower motor. We were trying to find the right screws. We found a solution, got it mounted in so the glove box can go back. Beautiful Canadian class. We should change that to custom built by. Okay, we're in the sleeper now doing a bit of cleanup, and I don't know if you can tell by that light, but you see how yellow this all is? It's supposed to be gray. So we've been working on it a bit, and what we've been using is some of this stuff. General purpose cleaner. And then we come around to this side, we use it in a magic eraser, and man, does it ever take that yellowing off. It's hard to see, there's no light in here yet, but coming along. Okay, we've measured and marked our hole.
Oh shit.
Wrong spot! For the antenna for the AM/FM that we're going to put out the back. Oh, looks good.
It's a hole.
Let's stick her through. Working on cleaning up the rear wall upholstery now. It's coming out really good. So got this side done. It looks nice and clean. And I haven't done anything over here. You can see how dingy it looks compared to how clean that side looks. So I'm just spraying simple green on it, being generous, just taking a toothbrush, going in between all the lines, and then wiping her down. Show you what it looks like when it's done. And take my little toothbrush and just like I did on those other panels, I just go through and get in all the cracks. That's where most of the dirt hides. You can see the dirt just melting off of that. Like, look at that. But this old stuff cleans up good. Some of the parts I've been working on. This goes around the sleeper boot. It was really dirty. It cleaned up beautifully, like brand new. And then I did this sleeper door. I don't know what happened here, but it's missing a big chunk, but got the stains out of it, got it cleaned up. That corner's been cleaned for a while. Just did this carpet. This goes over the center, over the sleeper boot. And I had that door panel cleaned up, but she's all dusty from sitting, but it's not going on for another few days anyway, so that's okay. So we've been messing around for a while. Got all of the leather in the interior cleaned up. Starting to get the foam insulation put back in. And pretty soon we're gonna put the interior in. And there's that back upholstery panel I cleaned up. Installed. Cleaning up this bunk cabinet. Look how gross this is. This gunk melting off of there. That's the inside. The outside was even worse. Todd's working on cleaning up some pieces. Should have this bunk on today. We went ahead and installed the headliner. Just temporary for now. Not temporary, but the cupboards actually hold up the sides, and there's a trim piece that goes in between the top and the bottom. Coming along really nice. Sorry for all the shadows. Look at that. And we got a cabinet installed. Sorry, the lighting is terrible in here, so bear with me. I'm gonna give you guys a before and after on this carpet. I don't think it's gonna turn out as good as the cab. It's really baked in there. But look how gross that is. The vacuum doesn't even frickin' touch it. And it's a Dyson. Max suction. So we're gonna work at that a bit, and then I'm gonna go back to that process with the wire brush and all that stuff. And we're live. So now we've got her lined up on one side. We've got the bolts through. We're just gonna put our washers in and never seize the bolt, and then we'll go to the other side and try to wiggle it into place. But while we got some lined up, we thought we'd zap them in there loosely.
I will. There's no way.
The never sees king.
I'm about to give you a never cease high five here in a minute, so get ready. You're gonna have to go and wash your hands. Because there's gonna be a celebration.
Dump it in the back one. Plunk. I got it in my hand. Well, it's gonna go on last, so we're good.
There's a nut here, cut.
What do you think, Dad?
Oh, I think it's a long time coming, but it's coming together.
Woohoo! They are in. Top ones are in. So we got one side with bolts in it.
It's not costing so much to heat your shed now, working on the truck. So. Oh, you're right.
It is hot today. Let's see how far off we are on this side. Well, those will drop. You can see that those will drop right in.
No rubber in this thing.
Not there. That's awesome.
Not bad for a bunch of guys that don't know what the hell they're doing. Lying by the seats of their pants.
Starting to look like a truck again. That is killer. You got turn. Hell yeah.
Oh, now everybody's going to get a real look at it. Because I haven't even looked at it yet.
And just like that, folks, the lighting isn't great in here, but she's starting to look like a truck again. The bunk is on. Bunks are here, bunks are on. Does that ever look good? And that is one huge step in this project. Take it all in. Thoughts?
Awesome.
Ken, any thoughts?
Looks fantastic.
Yeah. How old are you, Ken?
Oh, I don't like to tell my age.
Ken's here helping today too. We needed his precision eyes there to get her lined up and lasered and bolted in. So between Ken, myself, Todd, and my dad, we got her on. Here's a better shot with some more lighting, but she is looking good. So here's a little cab view with the bunk on. I'm just waiting for the boot, but everything's in, all cleaned up. So fresh. I know I was talking about smell-o-vision in the other videos, but if you could smell the inside of this truck now, it just smells clean and like victory and many leather-bound books and rich mahogany. Well, it's been a long week in this hot weather, in this hot shed working on this truck, but we got lots to show for it. We still got a few things to button up, odds and ends, little things to just kind of tighten down to secure that, and we're waiting on the bunk seal, but I think that's enough for this video. Todd, why don't you bring it home?
You know, this project has been a lot of work. Been dirty every day. I wear my best clothes every day, all day. And I come and I go on YouTube in my best attire. But we've accomplished quite a bit. So, you know what I'm gonna say. If you like the videos, don't forget to like and subscribe.